Yet another Right Stand exclusive tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In a major move, the government has started the process of banning and blocking 138 betting apps and 94 loan lending apps with Chinese links, and this is being done on an urgent basis and emergency basis. So urgent quote, emergency quote basis. CNN News 18 has conducted various exposés in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Delhi about how China-linked or Chinese-linked apps are being used to carry out mega scams with gullible people, targeting them. Top sources have told News 18 that these apps, often displaying predatory behavior to trap individuals in massive debt, can also be misused as tools for espionage and propaganda, besides posing a security risk to the data of Indian citizens. So the big development that is coming through. Block and ban. That's the step that's being taken on. Big case against cybercrime, because even the cops are finding it difficult to pin these people down. Cybercrime Center has initiated the process to ban and block 138 betting apps, 94 loan lending apps, apps with Chinese links to be banned and blocked on urgent and emergency basis. Sources are saying that the Ministry of Information and Technology, MeitY, has received a communication from the Home Ministry this week. And sources also say that MeitY has initiated the process to block these Chinese apps. The center initiated the analysis of 288 Chinese loan lending apps 6 months ago. 94 of those 288 apps are available on e-stores and are working through third-party links. Sources say apps trap individuals in massive debt and pose the risk to data of citizens. Sources say these apps can also be misused as tools for espionage and propaganda. Big step. There are many people, many families suffering because of these loan apps, because there have been increasing cases of suicides, because the loan sharks have made life difficult. They have tried to take videos of the Bahu Betis of the house and tried to threaten that they would make it social, make it viral, put it out in public space. They have resorted to intimidation, beating up, lots of things. And for what? For a loan value of 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees, where they have turned around and said interest collection is about 40,000 rupees. That's how these loan apps are functioning. Nishakant Ojha, cyber and aerospace security counter-terrorism expert, is with us. Nishakant ji, namaste. We had spoken about these loan apps, and we had also talked about some of these betting apps being a serious, not just scam, but also mining information, pulling out increasing data and thereafter also using it for propaganda.
Yes, Anand, I totally agree with you. And we have been seeing in the past also that China is known for shelling out the huge money as a loan to several, not only India, it has used this modus operandi to several developing nations also. Like he has targeted Sri Lanka also, and then several African countries where the China has occupied more than important assets and were able to return the loans, unable to return the loans on a macro scale. But when we are talking about the India, yes, India, they have targeted in a very, you can say, in a very strategic way. And more than 2,000 apps similar to this nature are available.
Right.
And you will be shocked to know that there was almost 3 billion worth of scam which happened.
Wow.
2021, there was 1,100 crores of rupees which was siphoned to money laundering through the cryptocurrency, and it went back. So things are moving in that particular direction. And you know that basically the problem about this blackmailing, and which you told,
right,
it's a human psychology. They understand the psychology, they understand the pattern, and then they basically hit and they penetrate. So they targeted in our basically the tier 2 and tier 3 cities with the smaller towns, the middle class people, the lower middle class people who basically have been stopped of banking avenues and services. Private sectors are not giving them some kind of a money or loan or anything. So they are basically the prey, they are basically the target for these Chinese people. One thing very strange, just I wanted to highlight, we were able to get some forensic done for one of the victim, and when we found and we did a dissection,
right,
it's very strange to find out that the majority of the server were routed to UK and US. instead of China. So they pretty well, they understand that there was no direct link, and they hopped basically from their server to these countries from where these things were perpetrated. Like Cloudflare and AWS means cloud were used by these. Pay Me India, Forenet Loan, Rocket Loan, whatever there are around 20 to 27 which we have done the dissection. We found that these are some of the things which basically is coming from these soils. So
Right.
you don't have direct relation. So in my previous conversation, I also have told you that the Chinese do not operate from their soil. It's a long history, and it's a long modus operandi which the tug of war it used to happen between the two countries. Now, shell, curtain, mask, and hit. So
Hit.
this is something which they are openly doing. Now, I'm not saying that the technical implication of the website blocking is also one of the major concerns which is
Correct.
there. So when we are talking about technically possible to block a website from a network, the number of network and operators involved increase, then it basically there are a lot of IPs and domain, and then they are the, you can say, aggregators also, who
Aggregators.
basically host those websites to different other places.
Ji.
Now that's the very, if you block also, the string, the ashes will be on some of the other aggregators where this
Aggregators.
will again pop. And you know, Mr. VPN is there, so you
Yeah.
have to these things at the, you can say, at the heart.
My other concern is, and it's my final question because we have to move on. It's that you have
Yeah.
you can ban these apps, you can ban these platforms, but they create mirrors. Then they come back in some other form.
Absolutely.
Like TikTok has
Yeah.
been banned, but many people who are watching this broadcast will know that TikTok is accessible via Mirror or some other name. It's a different format, but it's come out and they will do it. So how do you permanently ban these is one question. The other part is that there is another demon in this. The other demon is these encrypted social media platforms, conversation, chat platforms, which even the cops don't know how to crack down because crime hai to main pakdu kaise? Their
Absolutely.
foot to catch their digital footprint to try and negate these ashes altogether. Full vacuum cleaning is not possible.
So it's a challenge for the Indian law enforcement agencies, and we come across certain kind of a challenges also. We are not able to do the back tracing because these are hops from one soil to the another, and then a lot of things are there which basically provides curtain.
Ji.
VPN, double VPN, and the clouds are also created. Now, you know, the people are incapable in the position to create their private cloud, which it's something which is also giving an alert. You create your own cloud, you do some kind of an exercise, you proceed. Nobody will find out anything. Now, the mirroring which you asked, it's most of the important thing because the forensic which we did,
Right.
while he was able to penetrate, initially he opted. People were taking loans somewhere. The figures are also with me: 3,800 rupees, 700, 7,700 rupees. And subsequently, what they took the mirror of all the Gmail, password, bank account, and everything. And then they started doing a kind of a blackmailing where they asked double, triple interest or some kind of a blackmailing
Right.
amount. These things can be only stopped when we are able to catch hold, or we have certain kind of administrative right on the servers.
Right.
And these servers you can only block. Otherwise, if you block the website also or the network, means suppose I spoke to Vodafone or I spoke to Airtel and tell them, okay, please block, or ISP service, it will never stop. Some
Right.
ashes will be there because it's multiplying.
Fair point. So we have to wisen up to this. The government has taken the steps to try and ban, but more importantly, we have to get aware. We should not get lured in by quick money, easy money, and any of these people promising, because the alarm bell should go and saying this is too good to be true. Anything that is too good to be true is not true. Let's just go by that underlying principle, and if we can do that, then perhaps we'll be far more safer. We don't give them an opportunity to exploit and mine our data and exploit us and loot us. And then, of course, the system has to become a little robust that they cannot enter in the first place. Nishakant Ojha, thank you very, very much.